Okay, so here's what I ferment the kombucha in. I guess you can see I guess it's probably a 2-gallon glass jar. Put some sort of a covering on it that can breathe, but you don't want stuff to be able to get in, and then kind of tighten it around somehow. So this has been going for about 2 weeks. So it's time for, when you can taste it periodically, but it's ready for it to be uh, bottled or pulled off. And then I also, the same day I do that, I usually start a new batch. So this is what it looks like under here. You can see that's kind of see it here too on the side. It makes a disc. This is called the mother. And my brother-in-law had given this to me. He got me started with this. So I guess you could say this is my mother from another brother. Sorry, silly attempt at humor. Anyway, to draw the kombucha off, I just use like a ladle, and I usually strain it just because it's got some. I think it's probably yeasty stuff in there that it's not going to hurt you, but it's a little bit slimy, so you probably don't want to drink it. I mean, maybe you do. If you do, I'm sure it's fine. I don't know if I can do this with one hand, but probably can't holding the camera here. But basically, just kind of ladle this out and pour it in there through the strainer. So I won't try to keep filming because I'm going to make a mess if I do. Okay, you can see this is getting down close to the end here. I'm just going to show you, this is what some of the stuff looks like. You can see some floaty stuff in there. That's only the stuff that I'm filtering out. Let's see if I can do this here. I'm spilling it all over the place. We'll do a couple more of those. The other thing I was going to show is actually took out, there were several mothers in there because it grows a new one each time, and so I put one in this other glass jar with 2 cups of the kombucha that was in there, and we can use that to start another batch. And the other thing going at the same time here, starting a new batch over here with I go with 3 quarts of water, so that's almost going to come to a boil that soon, and then it's going to be a cup of sugar and 4 tea bags. You can double that recipe or whatever ratio, but that's the basic one that I go with. So after I finish letting that steep and cool down, we'll put that into the starter kombucha. Okay. So you can see now we're boiling. So at this point, we'll put in the cup of sugar, and you want to get that in and just kind of incorporate it with, I don't know, I use like one of these spatulas type of thing. Kind of want to stir that up so you have like a sweet syrup. You don't want to see bits of sugar still floating in there. And then after that, we'll just put the tea bags in, kill the heat, and let it steep for a while until it cools down. You definitely want it to cool down before you put it into the kombucha. Okay. So it's a couple hours later. This has cooled down. And so this is the tea, and this is the mother and the starter kombucha that we left in from the last batch. This is the new stuff. It's very sweet if you tasted it now. You want it to be cool enough. It should be probably 80-ish degrees at the most, I would think, or maybe a little warmer than that. But I know you don't want it too hot because it could really kill the mother, I think. From what I've been told, I haven't done that. We're going to pour this in here, take the tea bags out first, and pour that into there. I'm not going to try to do that on the camera because I will certainly make a mess, drop that. But basically this is going to go into a warm room, 70-ish degrees, probably 70, and in a couple weeks you should have another batch of fermented kombucha. Anyway, that's the story. Hope you enjoy.